hope you've been doing well. Today I'm going to be talking about the E8.5, which was designed by Exclusive, who has actually also designed the E6, E6.5, and E7. I actually first found out about Exclusive's designs when I saw the E6.5 after the group buy had already ended. RIP. I was a little sad since I was looking for 65 boards at the time, but I was fortunate enough to build a polycarb and aluminum version of the E6.5 for clients, so I did get to try them out. Since I really ended up liking the boards, I decided to join the E8.5 group buy. The 8.5 box design is pretty nice, and it comes with inner foam lining to protect all of your parts. I ordered some extra accents, so those came in a little pouch along with some extra hardware, something that I am really thankful for because I am always losing my screws. It also comes with extra SMD components and the O-ring gaskets in 2 different thicknesses. There are also some really useless, flimsy, uncomfortable gloves that are meant to be used to keep your keyboard clean while building, but I hate using them. Under the top foam, we have 2 PCBs. The base kit includes one, and I ordered an extra one. The PCBs are QMK and VIA compatible. There's also plate foam and an extra brass plate that I added to my order. The keyboard comes with the default kit plate screwed in, polycarbonate in this case, and I was actually able to get the black PVD accent piece since E was kind enough to allow me to purchase that despite not being part of the Founders Edition sale. As always, make sure to follow me on twitch.tv/Minterly if you'd like to watch cool boards like this built live. And always feel free to drop by, ask any questions, or just hang out with us. While I typically don't actually really like 2-piece cases like this with a side seam, since the side seam is usually really noticeable with either a split or some unevenness between the top and bottom pieces, I think the accent features of this board are really unique and bring a minimalist elegance feel to the board. The board also does have alignment pegs, which makes it less guesswork to align the pieces together. And I'm finding that this feature is more and more common in custom designs, which I really appreciate. The accents of this board are nice enough for me to overlook the 2-piece case design. I was initially really drawn to the accent piece in the corner, and I really liked how you can make the board have like a little pop of color. The black PVD accent contrasts with the E white really well, and I also love how the light blue piece turned out. At first, I wasn't really sure how I felt about the LED accents on the front, but after seeing and handling the board in person, it's a really nice subtle design and the light doesn't really distract from the rest of the design. The top case also comes with the diffusers so that the light shines evenly through the slots. A small nitpick is that there are no blockers for the LEDs, so the light does shine to the surrounding keys. It's not a huge problem unless you look too closely, but it doesn't really bother me. The brass sideway also adds an extra 9 ounces to the case, which weighs about 5 pounds built. Since this piece is not really seen, it doesn't matter what it looks like, but the E-Clear coated sand-blasted brass has a very nice finish. The plate is also the same E-Clear coated brass, so I don't have to worry at all about grimy fingerprints oxidizing into a gross patina. The E-coating finish of the board is also quite nice. It's a really beautiful shade of white and looks very even. The E8.5 PCB comes in solder or hot swap variants, and I ordered 2 solder variants. The solder variant supports quite a few layouts. ANSI, Tengen, which has split backspace, split right shift and 7 spacebar, ISO, which has the ISO enter and split left shift, and it also supports stepped caps lock, which is cursed by the way. The hot swap variant supports stepped caps and 7U spacebar. The PCB has USB-C support, and the back of the case has a tight cutout to reflect this. I do wish that it had a bit more of a rounded fit. I really do appreciate those tight holes, like on the J02, but this board already has so many nice features for a pretty low price, so I really can't complain. The E8.5 actually supports 2 different mounting styles in one case, which is really unique. The default kit supports top mount, which means that the plate is screwed into the top of the case. You can choose to buy an inner middle piece for an additional $45 so that a bit of extra material is added to the inside of the case. If you use the gaskets, which are provided in 2 different sizes, you place them between the PCB and plates, and then when you plop the whole thing into the case, the extra inner middle piece supports the gasket and cushions all of the contents. I experimented with my board and found that the top mount is a little more high-pitched compared to gasket when using the thicker gasket. I did also test removing the inner piece, but I found that it didn't really affect the sound. The typing feeling also does not feel that different between the two mounting styles, so the main difference is with the sound. If I dare say, I think that this board actually sounds better than my Holy Grail Iron 165 because A, the Zykos in here are definitely made better than the ones that I made for my Iron over half a year ago, and B, it has a slightly crisper, slightly cleaner sound. I'm definitely curious to compare the two once I make better Zykos for my Iron, but I want to give my Iron a fighting chance before doing any comparison. The E8.5 with gasket mounted brass plates, Zykos and Cat, which Zykos and Cat is my current preferred build, is thocky and loud without having too much reverb or echoing. The typing feeling is pretty stiff, feels like your keyboard do attack, as can be expected with a brass plate. The typing feeling with the polycarb is also pretty stiff, but I think that might be due to the fact that the Tangies have 98 gram springs in them. I was doing an experiment, please don't judge me, but I am very, very happy with my Zykos and brass build. So I actually did a full sound test of the Zykos and brass build, so you can go check out the video if you're curious how that sounds. But here's a short sound test of the Tangies build, yes, with 98 gram Tangies, if you're curious to how that sounds. For me, the quality to price ratio of this board is honestly really worth it. A base kit for $365 for this quality is insane. While I do prefer boards with thicker bezels, it's nice to have a board in my collection that's a bit different and balances out my collection. I honestly can't wait for my personal E7 to arrive to add more exclusive designs to my collection. So that's all for this board. Thank you so much for watching. Please take care, and I hope to catch you next time.